Well, it didn't take long, but it seems like that the human manatee, the human overweight sea cow, is at it again. Once again, the man who is eligibly trying to run as a runner-up between him and Stephen A. Snitch as being sports media's top coon, Jackson-Bey Whitlock. Once again, I guess he does it no business than to wake up from that pile of hay he calls a bed, you know, out on the pasture with the rest of the steers, or cows if you want to call it, again to start chewing cud to take shots at Colin Kaepernick. Now, I came across on my phone just a few minutes ago as a notification. You know, one of my subs had hit me up and told me about it. So I say, hold up, let me go ahead and look for it and stuff like that. Sure enough, I find it right along here on now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play the video. What this oversized sea urchin that looked like he could fill up about 3/4 of the Grand Canyon had to say about Colin Kaepernick. And this time he decides to go ahead, as you can see the title yourself, to call out his defenders. So let's see.
Kaepernicks were out in full force yesterday. Kaepernicks are people who can't get out of Twitter's sunken place. That illogical, brainwashed place where Colin Kaepernick is the modern day Nelson Mandela. Kaepernick's gush about how well spoken and thoughtful Kaepernick is, even though Kaepernick rarely speaks and communicates mostly through retweets of divisive political commentary. The Kaepernicks were absolutely mortified that Michael Vick had the audacity to politely ask Black Tebow to cut his hair and present a business-like appearance. Black men in suits, ties, and with short haircuts were all over TV yesterday blasting Vick for gently pushing Kaepernick to dress for success. ESPN's Damian Woody, while wearing a suit, tie, and short haircut, called Vick's advice preposterous. And then Woody and former NFL running back Thomas Jones had the nerve to come at the king over Twitter, with Jones calling me a coward. My name was on the Twitter streets. Big mistake. Woody Jones, you ain't ready for these journalism corners. I've been out in these streets since 1990. I've been out here longer than Desus and Merrill been alive. These two Kaepernicks have a TV show on Vice, and they tried to trash me and Vic. Take a listen.
Jason looked like a fighter head, like, yo, come here.
Yo, come here, come.
I think he needs to speak for himself.
I think he really does. Hey, first thing we got to get Colin to do is cut his hair.
All right, okay. All right. My man, you played with straight backs for like 40 years.
Like, come on, Ron Mexico. All
right. Also, when you cut your hair, they didn't accept you then. Like,
come on, man.
Anytime you find yourself agreeing with Jason, we're like, no. Unless you're at a buffet, no.
Look, I gotta be honest. I like these dudes. They're funny, but they're dead wrong about Vic's advice. Black millennials think the older generation is obsessed with how random white people view us. We're not. Being professional, dressing professional, isn't about how we're perceived by white people. It's about how we feel about ourselves. And finally, let me address Charlemagne the God. This Kaepernick is actually dangerous. He thinks he's smart.
And my lawyer at the time told me verbatim, you have to cut your hair. You have to go get a job. When you come to court, you have to wear a suit, okay, or a button-up. Don't come in here in no t-shirt and jeans and all white Air Force Ones. You have to look presentable in front of the judge. So Michael Vick's advice is actually great for actual criminals who are going to be facing the judge for their various charges in the future.
Look, Colin Kaepernick works in an industry controlled by white businessmen. He plays the highest profile, most important position in all of sports. Kaepernick took a strong stand on one of the most polarizing issues in American history. given those dynamics. If Cap wants to be taken seriously and affect real change, he should project a more professional image with his appearance. If he's seeking Twitter fame and the adulation of Kaepernicks, he should keep the afro and continue tweeting his way to freedom.
All right, you know what? Let's just cut the BS. Let's just get right down to it. You know, this whole thing. Jason Whitlock. Oh God!
I'm assuming that's Colin Kaepernick.
This is
right?
absolutely Colin
With the
Kaepernick.
7?
This is why I gave Stephen A. Smith donkey today.
Yeah,
I would like
tell us
to
about
Colin Kaepernick.
the tell us about the shirt and your take on Colin.
Sorry about that, folks. My apologies. That shouldn't have never played, but you know. But nonetheless, though, you know, this is starting to get real foolish. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really foolish. I said plenty times in the past, that Jason Whitlock is. See, he was born April 27, 1967. So he is about a year older than me. You know, dude's 50 years old, and the only thing he can get out there and talk about is going ahead and trashing another man on his cheap little bullshit platform. Oh, by the way, noticed ever since that Charlemagne had turned around and dissed him about that fedora, that he ain't been putting that damn fedora on as of late. I guess he wore the rim out a whole lot around his fat head. But now he's going, it's subliminally, you going at his defenders like Charlemagne, like the two brothers there. And I've seen a picture of Eric Davis, who appeared on Speak for Yourself, and former NFL Pro Bowler and Hall of Famer Damian Woody and Thomas Jones. They did the one thing, Whitlock, that your fat ass could never do. They actually played seasons. You couldn't even get your ass away from the damn water cooler, you fat piece of crap. See, this is one of the reasons why Undisputed remains the top-rated show on Fox Sports 1. You know, it's because of the chemistry between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Nobody watches Suck for Yourself. Or the Herd, for that matter. You know, this has gone beyond jealousy with Jason Whitlock, man. You know, every time he got to come up to keep his ratings up, he got to say something to trash Colin Kaepernick. But here's a thing that this fat fuck don't seem to realize. All you did talking about going at his defenders who had a radio show, you just made them even more famous, you oversized sea cow. And people down in, to my South Florida fans, to people here in South Florida, every time that y'all see a manatee swimming down the river, you know, please forgive the manatee, because I swear Jason Whitlock makes them look more human. You know. And it's already an endangered species. Now with this joker just messing up the ecosystem, he will mess up the Florida ecosystem down here. That's just how bad Jason Whitlock is. This oversized 400+ pound grimace from McDonald's looking mother sucker here. He got so much heat for Colin Kaepernick. Like, damn, he make it sound like if Colin Kaepernick took his girlfriend. And he constantly coming out here defending Michael Vick's stupid ass. Michael Vick ain't, please, Michael Vick is right now is relevant at this moment. He's already got enough issues with the with the blowback he's getting on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, everywhere else across social media, including about with his dad being charged, being indicted for running a drug operation ring of heroin, and he was clean cut and still end up getting the mug shot. You know, this whole thing, I just did a video earlier on my take, as well as important facts about with Coco wearing her little stupid Coco swoop braids and all that about her hair. Now this comes up and y'all still up here talking about Colin Kaepernick's afro. Shoot, now see, that's something a lot more cultural, because as I stated before, the afro represents the crown, just like when you have locks or when you have cornrows or braids. That represents the crown, and also is also symbolic of the halo too. See, I told y'all, see, he's one of those late baby boomers, man. Anybody that was born from the late 50s to mid 60s or whatever like that, I was born in 68, so I came a year after him. But thank goodness, like, my mindset, my psychology is a lot more different, because I was birthed on the heels of the Black Power movement and stuff like that. So that's my thing with them. I was birthed on the heels of that. See, these guys, these baby boomers really make me sick. They fucked it up for my generation and the generation behind me and the other generation behind me, because, you know what I'm saying, they really messed it up. Because, and then on top of that, it's like what Jason Black has said, you know, these old niggas, they see the young ones coming up, like Colin Kaepernick, who's 29 years old. They see them as threats. You know, they see people like them, like me, like a few of my friends who sub, like Torian Rain, like 93, 1LVZ, Town Biz, Ticket, the entire LDBC, Prince GMO, Laurel, Irv Griffin, Diva Queen Lopez, Poppy Bay, Ambassador Goodman Hill. I could go on and on. Black Rage, a lot of them, few of my subs. Black Matter, you know, Mr. Seaberry, all of them, you know. We the ones making the change. We the ones making the difference. We ain't kowtowing. We ain't bending over backwards for white supremacy or anything of that nature. Instead, we kicking white supremacy's teeth down their damn throats. The only thing about with you, Whitlock, you still getting a check. Too bad you can't use that check to buy some weight loss or something like that. Maybe if you go ahead and lose about what, maybe what, a couple 100 pounds maybe, and actually do something, then maybe, and wash your ass, then maybe you could probably have your little self-esteem back, which is very low at this point. So you just basically make your little bullshit career is by going ahead here and trashing somebody you want to refer to as the Black Tim Tebow. Now, that there is insulting within itself. Did you even realize, for the fact of the matter, that Tebow happens to be of mixed nationality? That you know that he's got a little Afrocentricity in him. Tim Tebow's not totally Caucasian, in case anybody don't know that. But this ain't about Tim Tebow, because I read something that he said that was real insulting, and it really pissed me off. That Colin Kaepernick suffered from Stockholm syndrome because his parents, his adopted parents, happened to be white. Real stupid. I think he wakes up in the morning, looks at himself, and say these stupid things, because I believe he don't believe the bullshit he's saying. He's no different than Larry Elder, Hewitt Herman Cain, Jesse Lee Peterson, David Webb, Dina Borelli, all these other little coons and sambos that's got on, they out here tap dancing and cooning for White Daddy. But see, do you really think that Colin Cowherd, the Klansman Coward, respect Jason Whitlock? Not really, since he's a racist himself. To all my Dominican brothers and sisters, y'all don't forget about what Colin Cowherd said about y'all a while back during his ESPN days. The ones who want to pass for being Caucasian. Jason Whitlock, you's a disgusting piece of shit. I swear, and an asshole of fucking boot. Man, look here. I've already went and eat the Stephen A. Smith fuck ass, and his bitch ass turned around and got my Twitter account suspended, along with LVZ 93, myself, and Ticket. I have no problem going ahead and ethering your fuck ass on Twitter and letting you really have it. I mean, shoot. Colin Kaepernick ain't did nothing but took a knee to stand up for something that your fat ass can't even get out there and speak on. Because you ain't nothing more than just an agent for white supremacy and continue to be. Yeah, keep on stuffing. The only thing that you need to comment on is snacks, in the famous words of LeVar Ball. I'm out.